show. Good morning. Welcome to our live show. This is Xinxiang Chengwei Machinery. My name is Justin Du. Today, I will introduce our grinder machines and our sifter machines to you. During this process, if you have any confusions about our machine, please, you can see there are a blank at the bottom of your screen. You can write some comments to us and write your confusions to us. And there are also a like button. You can click likes for us. So just let us know if you have any questions. My colleague will reply you very soon. Okay. Now, please let me introduce my company to you firstly. Our company named Xinxiang Chengwei Machinery. We are a manufacturer of sifters, conveyors, grinder machines, mixer machines, and some other machines related to these machines. So if you have a request for these machines, or if these machines used in your production field, you can contact us. Then we can give you a production line design and the whole line designs to you so that you can have a clear view about what we have and what we can provide to you. As a land expert to give you some suggestions, or we can give you many other machines related to our machines, like some other machines like dryers, packing machines, and other production lines. So if you have a request, just contact us, and don't forget to click likes to us. And in our live show, we will stop at any time to reply your questions. Okay. How about we introduce our machines one by one to you? Firstly, let's see this one machine. Please, camera, come here. Okay. Now you see this machine, we call it pinwheel. For this pinwheel, we have different types. For this one, you see it is with cyclone and dust collector. This one is equipped with the dusting system. In this machine, the whole grinding process, it is a continuous working process. The material from here to start and from the outlet come out, it is continuous working. No need to stop. As some customers know, in pinwheel, some machines is without dust collector. That type of machine is much more cheaper. Also, the capacity is smaller. So different machines have different applications in different fields. So normally we choose machines based on what material you grind and what's the capacity you need. The first one, the material we choose. Actually, if you grind some smaller size materials like rice or black pepper or other type of peppers or some beans, this material, their size is very small. So when we feed into this machine, it can grind to powder easily. But if you want to grind chili, ginger, turmeric, and cardinal, these materials, they are long shape or large shape. So for this machine, the inlet part is small. It might be pretty difficult for the material to come in and pass the screen mesh, pass the hole. Pass the inlet hole easily. So, the raining is very heavy here. Okay, today is a good day. So the heavy rain is a celebration to us. During this, don't forget to click likes, and maybe later I will show you the rain outside. Okay, so because the size here limited, feed raw material size should be small. If it's large, it can pass here. Let's say the raw material size come to here should smaller than 10 mm. This is a better size. If it is larger than 10 mm, then I thought you should choose other type of machine to grind it to smaller. when material come here, it will stock here. Here is the black part. This black part, you can see, it is mainly to adjust the material volume coming into this crushing chamber. And from this hole, it is not for observation. Actually, it's this. It can be some function of observation, but this hole mainly functions supply air into the crushing chamber. So, so when material fall into this crushing chamber, it will fall into this part. You can see it will fall from the middle to the middle, and in the middle there will be the fixed cutter, static cutter, and the rotated cutter. You can see mainly it is rotating here, So during this rotated cutter and this static cutter, they use the gap to grind, make material to be fine powder, and now you can see this is a spring inside. Actually, we have 5 different cutters. Different cutters will have different type of screen frame. For this one, you can see it is a round type, and the 2 ring fix this screen on it. 2 ring fix this screen on it. And if you want to change screen mesh, just remove this bolt here and remove the ring. You can change the screen. And normally, if you have experience to change this, just like 5 to 10 minutes, this screen changing can be okay. Now you can see the screen hole. The screen hole on it, it is punch plate hole. It is round shape. And for ours, normally, let's give you an example. If our finest screen mesh is 0.3 mm, let's say if material patch 0.4 mm, the final product size should be around from 80 mesh to 100 mesh. This material will have 80%. So only 20% material will reach to 100 to 120 mesh. So this mesh can be adjusted based on your request. This one can be adjusted based on your request. Actually, other type of the screen should be different, and it should be half screen, half cutter, half screen, half cutter. This is different. So we choose based on different materials. If you have different requests for this, just let us know. We will choose the most suitable machine for you. Okay. When you want to install a screen, don't forget this connect part is on the top, and then install it on the machine. Okay. Make sure this ring is totally in it, and then you can see here there are some seals on the door. Mainly to avoid the grinding process will have some dust generate and spray into air. So this way is better protect the material in it. Some customer would say, since this is a crusher machine and a grind machines, once it used long time, if the cutter is weird or it is not sharp, so what should we do? Very easy. We use a top to remove this ball and take this out. The pins is welding on it. Just remove the welding and remove the bolts. Then you can take it down and polish it again. Then you can get then you can use it again. This is for small wear. But if it's totally damaged, just change one is okay. So the changing cost is not very high. for this part, it is also a circle as one part, this circle as one part, and this part as one part. Let me tell you more about these machines. Actually, this part is we call it crushing chamber. Normally, some customer material will easy to melt during the grinding process. So we normally add some water cooling here, add water cooling and water in, water come out, so that we can make sure the water is full in this crushing chamber and cool the crushing chamber. By the way, if you want to use the very cool air, like very cool air on the machine, if you want to use cool air on the machine, we will open a hole here and then contact with the air cooling machine, just like air conditioner on this machine, so that the cool air can come into the crushing chamber and cool the materials. So by working with the cooling water, chilled water, and the cooling air, normally the temperature in the crushing chamber will decrease a lot. Let's say normally it will decrease like 20 to 30 Celsius degree if we worked by these two functions. Normally the material grinding, when they reach to the final powder mesh size, they will pass this screen. The material can't reach to this size. It will stay on the screen surface and it will grind again until it passes the screen. So this is very easy. And for the one without a dust cutter, we normally have a hole here at the bottom. You can use a bag to collect the materials. But the one without dust cutter will blow some air out because grinding process will generate a large air wind. So it will blow the bag fully and maybe blow some dust to your worksite air. So if you choose the one without dust cutter, please notice there will be some dust generated during your in your worksite. So this is what we should take care for this machine. And let me tell you more about this machine back. You can see here. Here is some. Let me print for you. You can see here's a bearing, and this part is the water outlet and the water inlet. This is mainly for cooling the bearing, as the bearing is rotating like 3,000, 4,000 rotated per minute. So this part is very hot during the grinding process. So normally we add air to cool this part, so that we can make sure it can protect the bearing. Now you can see here, this pipe. When material is grinding, it will come with this pipe and then come to here and then come to this cyclone. The cyclone main function is collect material here. The material come here, will rotate in it and then fall down to this rotor valve. The rotor valve is totally closed, so it won't have some air blow out. So it will protect your side away from the dust. And for here, you can see there's the transparent part. This transparent part is mainly make sure that your when you want to close the machine, you should first make sure this part is no air come out, no material come out. Then you can close the machine. For this part is for us to observe when should we stop the machines. Then you can see here, actually normally this motor is totally open, but some customer have requests for like GMP standard, full standard. So we add a cover for this and we left the hose so that the air can come out. so that air can come out. Once it's grinding, you can put a bag or put a barrel here to collect material here. So for example, you can also put a screw conveyor here to convey the material, or you can put a vacuum conveyor here so that the final products can be conveyed to the packing machines or can be conveyed to other process of machines. Okay, let's come to back here. Let's come to back. At the back of these machines, you can see here is the electric control and here is the fan. For this fan, it is mainly to deduct the air in to out. So this one function is also have some deduct the dust from the cyclone to this part. And you can see here is some filters here. So the fan powder with the air will come to this surface and the air will pass to out. And for the powder will left on the closed surface. And also there's the anti-blow valve to make sure it will clean the filters every 10 seconds, every 20 seconds. You can set this time. All the filters is fixed. All the filters fixed on this filter bag frame. And when you put filter here and use this clamp to fix it. And every shift, every day, when you finish working, you can remove this filter bag and clean it, and make sure next time we use it, it is dry. Then it can protect the filter for long time working and increase its supply. Okay. If you have any confusions about this, just leave us message. Just leave us message. My colleague will reply you for that. Okay. Also, if you want me to show you more details about these machines, I will show you. So don't forget to write comments to us, and don't forget to click likes to us. Next time our live show will be on October and September. So welcome to our live show then, so that we can introduce you more machines. Okay, now come here. For this one is sifter machines, round sifter. How about I introduce these machines from the top to you? At the top, there will be a cover. Let me show you this cover. Okay, now you can see this is the machine cover. On this cover, the middle is the inlet. But for some customers, they requested the inlet should on side. That's also okay for us. Just tell us where you should set the inlet and what's the diameter of the inlet you need. Then we design for you. Also, for this cover, it's just the one inlet on it. And if you want to make this part higher to fix with the softer connections, you can tell us. Then we provide CAD drawing to you, and we can provide this softer connection to you too. On the cover, we normally, some customer will left one or two observation holes so that we can see the machine inner working situation during the working process. So this is the cover. This cover is mainly to mirror polishing. So if you have a request for other polishing like sandblast polishing or wheel drawing polishing, you can tell us. We can do that. Okay, let's come to the next procedure. After the cover, there should be a middle frame. A middle frame is mainly to support the cover, support the screen frame, support the bolt tray, and support other parts like the screen cleaning process. And on this one, you can see it is the ball tray. Normally there will be a screen frame on it, a screen frame here, and the balls is bouncing on these machines, and and this rings is also bouncing on this machine. Its mainly function is to clean the clogging on the screen surface. So that's different. That we have different types. This one is just one type, and another type maybe remove this ball tray and remove these balls and rings. So for other cleaning screen cleaning process, we also have ultrasonic. The ultrasonic is mainly for hotter fan than 100 mesh. For this balls, normally we say it works from 4 mesh to 100 mesh. And for this ball trays, if you need it, we will keep it. But also we will choose this structure based on your materials. So when you talk with ourselves, you just let us know what's the material you want to process. Then we will let you know. For these materials, you can say these are made in silica. This is mainly for food and pharmaceutical industries. We also have rubber type, rubber balls, rubber seal ring, and rubber rings for chemical and the mining process. And also, let me introduce our screen frame to you. We have several types of screen frame. The first one is flange type. Flange type means the screen mesh is fixed on two flanges, and the bolts can be inside or outside. That's depend on your request. But normally we suggested the bolt is outside of flange. Outside the flange have a disadvantage that the screen wear is not easy to damage and it won't fall into the material. This is to protect the food safety. Also, the bolt outside can avoid if sometimes the bolt is loosened, it will also fall into material. So we use outside flange type screen frame. It can protect the material away from the screen wear, away from the bolt, away from other type of metal on the machine. So this is one way to protect the material. Also, we have another type of the second one. The second one is it is the bolt type. The screen is fixed by a ring and a bolt on the ring to fix the screen on the ring. Actually, this type we also call it the closed fan screen mesh. It means there is a closed screen like 4 mesh, 6 mesh, 8 mesh, 10 mesh. It can support the screen. Also, there is the fan mesh. There's a fan mesh on its surface. So the closed mesh will support the fan mesh away from the material function, the material coming down to heat the mesh, because some fan mesh is easy to damage after material heating. So we use a closed screen to support the fan screen. It can protect the fan screen in some degree. So this is the one way to protect the material. And this closed fan screen mesh is widely used in Southeast Asia and in South America and also other European countries. So this one is mostly we suggested. If you want some photos for that, just write a message to us. Our sales is online. We will write to you and we will send photos to you, okay? And also, if you don't know how to change the mesh, if you already our customers, if you don't know how to change the screen mesh, you leave us message or contact ourselves, then we will send the screen mesh changing videos to you. Now let's come to the third one. The third one is the glue type screen frame. The glue type screen frame means uh, there's a screen frame and we put glue on the screen ring, and we put the mesh on it, and then we set it on a place to make it dry, like 24 hours or 30 hours. When it dry, we remove the extra spring and we set it on the machine. But actually, even it is the glue type screen frame, it has difference. Some glue type of mesh, they use with this boxes, with these rings, with balls, but some they have specific structure. They work with ultrasonic device. That means on the bottom of the screen frame, it is connected with an ultrasonic system. The ultrasonic system will vibration in high frequency so that the mesh and the ring will have high frequency but very small amplitude vibration here. It can make sure the material is very high frequency vibration on the screen mesh surface too. So for ultrasonic one, it can save the material max reach to 500 mesh. That is depend on your request for that. Uh, Actually, normally if the final powder is metal powder, the powder is final powder, it can be easily to get into very fine mesh. But the material is very light. It will be difficult to get it very fine. So that means that is mainly because the material is light and it won't easily to fall down because of the gravity. So also you can see under this, actually here is a centrifuge plate. The plate is mainly make sure the material past this screen will fall to the next mesh, and the plate will make sure the material come to the center and fall into the next mesh to sift again. This is mainly to make sure it is fall to the middle of the next layers. For this machine, it max can do like 4 layers. The 4 layers we mean is 4 mesh. So 1 layer is 2 outlet, 2 layer is 3 outlet, 3 layer is 4 outlet, because 1 layer is 1 mesh here, and some material will come from the large size material outlet, and some will pass the mesh and come from the bottom layer outlet. So 1 layer is 2 mesh. 1 mesh 2 layer, or we say 1 mesh 2 outlet. So max we can do 4 mesh. If you do 4 mesh, we suggested the top layers, the screen hole should be a large hole. If it is not a large hole, it will be the sieving effect will not easy to reach to the following layers. Okay, for the machine construction materials, we can also make it into different construction materials. For example, we can make into stainless steel 316L. We can make it into stainless steel 304. We can make it into all carbon steel. That's all depend on our request. And some customer will want to lower its cost, so they requested the machine should be made in contact part in stainless steel. So we can make the top part, all the part with connected with materials should be stainless steel. That's also okay. The other part is carbon steel. In this machine, at the bottom, there's one plate with only one outlet. It's mainly for the most fine materials, to collect the fine materials. And under the bottom layer, there is a bottle tray. The motor tray is mainly to hold the motor, and mainly makes the top part vibration here. So also for the motor, it is made by vertical type motor. It's like a motor stand here, we also for vibration motor we have different types. But this one machine we use vertical type vibration motor. For a tumbler screen, it is not a vibration motor. It is a normal motor, but it also vertical type motor. And we see from under the motor there's a base and with spring. Only the spring makes sure the whole part can be vibration. You can say this. That's because the spring here so that it can vibration. So vibration from the spring can make sure only the top part vibration and the bottom part is not large vibration. In the machine bottom, we can also add wheels and add with lifters, add with some brakes, so that this machine can move everywhere based on your request. Also, the clamp, clamp here can also made in quick clamp. It can open easily. It can open easily if you want to change it. So you can see, open and close. That's very easy to change. For these machines, we also have different diameters. Now you can see this one is 1.2 meters diameter. And we also have 400, 600, 800, 1 meter, 1.2 meter, 1.5 meter, 1.8 meter, and 2 meter machines. For our tumbler screen, we can make the diameter max to 2.6 meters. Also, except this round shape sifters, we also have long shape, linear type sifters and the jerker sifters and also other type of sifters if you need. From small to large, contact us. We will let you know what we have and we will give you what we can do. So don't forget to contact us and recommend us. So today our live show will be finished. Please follow us. We will show you more live shows and we will show you more videos in our follow page. So have a good day. Bye bye.